Hey everyone, this is Karsh from OneTap. So we commonly hear a lot of professors and a lot of teachers in schools and universities talk about how they use OneTap. And one of the main objectives behind taking attendance with OneTap is to encourage in-person attendance in their classes. And so obviously that's like a really big factor behind having a physical check-in process so that like students who check in are actually there. And a common thing that happens in the education industry with other softwares that do student attendance is that there's just a lot of plagiarism and like kind of check-in fraud. It's like, hey, a student can just sign in for their friend or they can just sign in for other classmates. So we see this commonly with like, tools that have like codes and stuff. Like for example, there's a unique code for each class. So that code is just passed on to like other people, other students. And also another thing that we see is that, for example, we have QR codes, but those QR codes, people just take a photo of it and send it to their friends, or they'll just check in, twice for their friend. So this has commonly been a thing that's been going on with OneTap, but recently a lot of professors and a lot of different people in the education industry have just said, hey, we want to look for a solution. We want to come to OneTap in the hopes that can solve this problem. So today I'm excited to announce a new beta feature that will restrict a check-in based on the IP address. So the idea here is that like an IP address is unique based on the device and based on the network that they're connected to. This is not always 100% the case, but if you do feel like it's probably 95% or above, there's only a few exceptions here. So the way that it works is if you go to the settings page, so you go ahead and like create a list. So I'll go ahead and create a list called classroom check-in. In person. So like we want to obviously keep track attendance, student participation, person, and so as soon as we've done that, what we'll do is we'll do share check-in link, and then this is the link window that comes up. Right now I'm using the beta dashboard, but this will be available on our production dashboard very soon. So what you want to do is you want to head over to, so let's just do a check-in, right? And then we'll do like an IP address filter. So we're going to go to our profiles database. This is all the students here. And we're going to take Monica and Lauren. So those are the two people we'll be checking in. So let's say that Lauren is checking in first, and then she wants to check in Monica, who's her friend. So we'll go ahead and like do share check-in link settings again, and we'll do check-in restrictions on, and then say restrict multiple check-ins to a single IP address enabled. There's also other restrictions like time restrictions, so people don't check in at any time. It's blocked off between a certain period. And also location, so you can add in like your campus location here. And you can obviously kind of go over here and you can adjust the radius here for the location and then move this thing around to see whatever kind of works the best, because sometimes location, if you're doing this on the web browser and you're using a computer, the location is not always most accurate because it's determined by where the routers are in the university. But I'll cover that in a specific video. So we just hit the save button here, and we'll go ahead and like check in as Lauren on this check-in link. So as soon as they scan this on this side, we're talking about what the student would see, okay? So we'll just type in Lauren and continue as Lauren, and then register and check in. Done. So we're checked in as Lauren, and then immediately after that, what will happen is it will say an error has occurred. If you open this up, like for example on like the error should explain as well. It should say you're already checked in from this IP address on this list. For some reason I'm having an older version of the app, but yeah, this is what the error is and this is what you'll get. So this will prevent that person from signing in Monica the next time around. And if I go ahead and for example turn on disable that restriction, I should be able to just proceed, and I should just be able to check in. Like for example, like I should be able to check in the friend here, so which is Monica. And the other thing is that the IP addresses are also recorded. So what will happen is that as soon as I do a check-in here and I reload the page, I should be able to see that IP address over here as well. So if I go over here and I click on this, I should be able to see the IP address here as well. And furthermore, the IP addresses are also included on reports. So if you go ahead and, for example, do an export, you should be able to get the IP addresses that like the people that have checked in. So this feature is going to really help professors, teachers just prevent like fake check-ins, students checking in for their friends or for other people in class. Also keep in mind that this will also work with the visitor app. So what will happen is that if you have the visitor app, you should also be able to kind of see this check-in restriction on there. and that will just work on the iPhone, and it's pretty much just the same process. We go over here and we just scan the QR code on the visitor app. We should be able to pull that up and be able to do check-ins, for example, from here, and then proceed with the same flow. Yeah, so try that out and let us know how that works, and we welcome feedback.